What's good, everybody? We're back here, back. Today I'm gonna make a video about squatting, one very important exercise. Actually, it's squats, deadlift, and bench press. These are three major exercises you can do in the gym. But first, we're gonna make a video about squatting, and then maybe I'll make videos about bench and deadlift. These three major exercises. So today we're gonna do squats. I'm gonna show you everything I need to know about squatting. After you watch this video, you don't need anybody to tell you anything about squatting. Just follow the steps. I'll break it down as simple as possible, and I'm sure you'll find something useful in it. So watch till the end. We're gonna start from the very beginning. Like anybody starting squats today, you can just follow through what I'm gonna show you guys today. So without talking too much, let's go. We don't need this, but I mean this you really need when you're doing heavy bench pressing or overhead press, anything press. But for squats I still like to use it because it just makes me feel more solid, you know, nothing wobbly. You're gonna get everything in place. You wanna show them what I have in my bag?
What's in your bag?
Yeah, I have this pair of shoes because you can see I lost my squat shoes, so I'm squatting in this. They are not really for squats, but I can still use them. But I cannot do lunges in them because they are very, not flexible at all. So I'm going to use this for lunges and other exercises. That's why I have two pairs. I have knee wraps here, even though I don't use them. Just lift knee wraps. Just in case I need them, I have the belt. That also I don't use, but I still have it just in case. I have my Nike jacket here. I'm not wearing it, it's too hot outside, but just in case I need it. I might be going to the elevator, I'm sweaty, there's so many people there, I don't want to go in the elevator like this, so I have this just in case. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing in here. Knee sleeves, I never use, I like to keep it raw. Can't put that on YouTube, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna take you guys through step by step. Somebody, this is your first time in the gym, or this is your first time doing squats, you never did it before. This is a very good exercise that you must do, but also it's it's one of the exercises that you can get seriously injured. So first thing you need to know is do not go for the weights from the very first time. Don't worry about the weights. First step one is to get your form right. There is no point adding weights on the exercise or onto your own body weight if you're not doing the exercise properly. What's the point of adding weights if you're gonna do it properly? So first you get the form. If you get the form, then you can think of adding weights on it, because if you're doing the exercise wrong, it's only a matter of time before you get injured. So I'd rather you get injured with lighter weights or with no weights than to put some heavy weights on the bar and get injured, because that's gonna be very severe. So to avoid that, practice with no weights until you get the form right. So step one, you want to do squats with no weights. If you are a beginner, try to do squats with no weights. The stance, you want to have your feet shoulder width apart, not too wide, not too close. You want to just be shoulder width apart, your feet. But also it depends on, everybody's different. Everybody's skeletal structure is different, so some people might be a little bit more comfortable with wider stance. Personally, I like to stand just shoulder width or a little bit closer, because that way I feel like I'm more in control of myself. When I'm sure if I stand this way, I can squat heavier weights than if I stand here. I just don't feel that strong when I'm standing with my legs spread apart. So I like to stand shoulder width, but generally the proper way to do it is to stand shoulder width. So you stand like that. Important thing, always keep your stomach tight, your core, your lower back, everything. That way you don't lean forward or lean backward, because people squat, they fall back or fall forward, or you just roll your back like that. It can cause problems in your spine. So very important thing, you want to be as vertical as possible when you squat. To help yourself stay straight, want to keep your chest up, Squeeze your abs. Even if you feel like you don't have anything there, just try as much as possible to pump it and hold the air there. So when you go down, you're not rolling forward because your stomach is tight and it's helping you to stay straight, supporting your back. If you let your stomach area loose, you're gonna be like this, and all the back, your back will be working to keep you straight, and that can cause problems to your spine, or to your spine, whatever. So you wanna take a deep breath down. See, as much as possible, try to stay straight. 90 degrees angle. You don't. Again, with the depth, I like to go really low, like sit in there. But as long as you go up to 90 degrees, this is proper. This is proper squats. This is correct way of going. Like this is, you don't have to go lower than this. But for me, I like to go lower. I feel comfortable doing that. But you don't have to do this. If you can just go up to 90 degrees angle, you're good. That's how deep you should go, but not less than that. If you're doing less than that, maybe you need to reduce the weight so you can go as low as that. At least that way you include, you put more stress on your hamstrings and glutes. But if you're just here, you're just working your quads, and we don't want that. So again, straight, upright, slowly down as much as you can. Stay straight. Keep your chest up, keep your abs tight. That way you stay straight, and when you go back up, a little bit more, project up straight. When you're going down, you want to control. You don't want to just drop, because if you do that, it's not good for your knees. Heavy weight on your shoulders, or even with your body weight. So you just want to slowly control, and when you go up, a little bit more explosive. And when you go up, here, when you go up, you don't want to go up to here, halfway. You want to push your hips. Always when you go up, push your hips in and contract your glutes or your butt. You're going to be clear here. Contract your butt, push your hips a little bit in, not too much, but just be straight and contract your butt. So slowly control down, up with more speed going up, explosive. And straight, push your hips. Push your hips forward until you're straight and contract your glutes. So we do it like this. One more time. Control, up, contract your glutes. That's how you do a proper squat. And one more thing. When you're going down, you want to kind of allow your knees to go out. See that? Outward. It's almost like you're sitting in between your legs. And go up. If you just want to keep your knees straight forward, it's not comfortable. So you want to push your knees out slowly as you go down, like that. Down, then you can go down comfortably. If it is here, you cannot. So you want to do that. And up. But to help yourself to be able to push your knees out, when you stand, you don't want to stand with your toes facing straight forward. You want to keep your toes slightly out. You stand shoulder width, just twist your toes slightly out, just slightly. So that when you go down, you want your knees to point same direction as your feet. You see that? That's the proper squat. Always. You go down, pointing out, pointing out. And one last thing. When you do squats, you see a lot of people doing this. You don't want that. You never want your knees to come over your toes. That means all the weight is in your knees. You're gonna get injured. Always try as much as possible, even before you go down. Here, push your hips out. Push your hips out and push your butt out. You see that? So that your knee is always in line with your toes. You don't want your knees coming over here. You just always want your knees to be in line with your toes. Okay? And you want to put your weight on your heels, not on your toes. Because if you squat like that, you see a lot of people doing that. They're moving forward too much. This is out of the floor. This is from the floor. You want to stay here. This is where you're strong. Your ankle, your knee. That's where you want the weight, not your toes. So you want to be here. Okay, I think that's clear. So to know if you're doing it properly, you can always practice doing this to the mirror. So you can kind of look at the mirror or take a video of yourself and then look at it, or have somebody look at you and tell you where you are doing it wrong. So it goes like this. When you go down, your knee always should be here. So your hip, your shoulder, your hip and your ankle should be straight line. Shoulder, hip, ankle, knee, toes, straight line. When it gets heavy, it's normal to kind of go a little bit forward, but you always want to push your hips back so your knee is not going over your toes. That's the technique. I think if you can stop the video, practice, do what you have to do until you get it right. Before, I remember I used to hate squats because I was doing it wrong, and I was always focusing on trying to put more weights on the bar without getting my form right. So in the next day or 2 days after, I will be sure I will start feeling pain in the wrong areas. I'm trying to train my thighs, but I will be feeling pain in my lower back, in my shin and in my knees because I was doing it wrong. I was putting the stress in the wrong areas, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to train the muscle that you are targeting to train. To do that, you have to perform the exercise with proper form. Now, squats, my favorite exercise in the gym. I can squat a lot heavier without feeling pain or uncomfortable. I feel really good doing squats now because I learned to do it properly. But I have to cut down on the weight to practice with lighter weights until I get my form right. Then I can increase the weight. Yeah. Anastasia, why you interrupt me? Show them that girl. She's always coming here interrupting. So yeah, you want to always make sure that you get the form right. So again, practice with just your body. Do squats without weights. When you get comfortable with that, a lot of people are not comfortable having the bar over their shoulders. Do squats. If you don't get the form right, don't do this. Step 1, practice with just your body weight. Step 2, practice with the dumbbell. So, when you have the bar on your shoulder, it's easy for the bar to just push you forward and put a lot of stress on your lower back. So when you feel comfortable doing squats with just your body weight, now you can start doing squats with the dumbbell. See, hold it like that. Same thing. Keep your arms tight, push down and straight forward. Push down, straight forward. The good thing about that is when you have the weight in front of you, it's really hard to lean forward. It can help you to stay in the same straight line. So it's hard to go forward when the weight is in front of you. So you can practice with that. When you get really comfortable with that, then you can use the bar. Also, some people have difficulties doing squats altogether. What you can do is find a chair. You can use the bench or anything that you can sit on. Practice with or without the dumbbell. Practice. Get comfortable. Sit here and up. Sit here and up. Sit here and up. You can practice with that. It's very safe. Once you get comfortable with that, you can just keep on doing it gradually to the next step, and also the same thing with the weight. You don't want to just go there. You see people, they don't know how to do proper squats. They don't get their form in place. Rush to the bar, trying to put lots of weights there. I used to be like that. Don't train your ego. You're not here to train your ego. You're training your muscles. So try to get the form right. Slowly increase the weight. You can still get great results without squatting super heavy if you're doing it with proper form. So with that being said, I'm going to do my own squats now. So that being said, I think I explained everything. You can follow through. If you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're advanced, you can just follow the steps that I'm showing you. So without talking too much, let's get it. I'm going to do my own squats now. It's time for my own squats. Again, step 1, practice without weights, just your body weight. Get the form right. I show you with the feet placement, your core, your lower back, keep straight, everything. That's step 1 without weights if you're a beginner. Step 2, practice with a chair. Sit on the chair and get back up. Some people have pain in their knees or whatever. God. Some people have pain in their knees or whatever. They find it hard to go down and come back up. So find something you can sit on, be comfortable and get back up. That's step 2. Step 3, practice without that, with the dumbbell in front of you. You get that right, then practice with the bar. If you come to the bar, you don't even have to put weights on it. Just be comfortable getting under the bar, practice. When you feel comfortable, add a little bit more weight. Do not worry about the weight. That's the last thing. The last thing is the weight. Get the form right, get the speed right, get everything right, then slowly increase your weight. It doesn't happen overnight. I will put some videos of me squatting like 3 years ago, and you can see the difference between that and now. So you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, let's get it.